Prescription for Profit: How Big Pharma Bought the Medical Profession, by Anonymous Insider. The art of medicine consists of amusing the patient while nature cures the disease. Voltaire. The average patient walks into a clinic believing their doctor has their best interest at heart. Most of us still think the prescription handed to us is grounded in scientific necessity, objective data, and ethical judgment. But that illusion is beginning to crack. After decades of witnessing the inner workings of the pharmaceutical world, and having a father who served as a vice president at one of the largest drug companies in the world, I can say without hesitation, medicine today is often not about healing. It's about selling. Pill doctors are not independent. What many don't realize is that the majority of physicians no longer make decisions based solely on clinical outcomes. Instead, they are nudged, subtly or overtly, by pharmaceutical incentives. These incentives range from direct financial payments and lavish dinners to free vacations and insider stock tips. In one of the more notorious cases, Dr. John Kapoor, founder of Incentivized Therapeutics, was convicted in 2019 of bribing physicians to prescribe Subsys, a fentanyl-based opioid, to patients who didn't need it. Some of those patients died. The so-called educational events were thinly veiled marketing ploys. Many took place at strip clubs, bars, and private yachts. And yet, Kapoor's case is only the tip of the iceberg. Between 2013 and 2018, over 700,000 U.S. doctors received payments from pharmaceutical companies totaling more than $12 billion, according to ProPublica's Dollars for Docs investigation. These weren't for research or academic purposes. They were tied directly to drug promotion and prescription behavior. Palm tree conferences that are actually paid vacations. I have friends, licensed physicians, who travel for free from Europe to Canada and the US for medical conferences hosted by Big Pharma. They don't attend a single panel. They sip wine, dine at five-star restaurants, and lounge at resorts on the company's dime. These events are filed under continuing medical education, but in truth, they're luxury incentive trips in disguise. In 2016, the U.S. Department of Justice fined Novartis $390 million for precisely this behavior, disguising kickbacks as educational programs. The goal is simple: secure physician loyalty. Sell the drug, and the rewards keep flowing. Warning: preventive medicine or preventable harm. A deeply troubling trend is the increasing prescription of drugs as a preventive measure. Cholesterol-lowering statins, for example, are often prescribed to patients who don't have high cholesterol, under the logic that it might help in the future. But statins come with well-documented side effects: muscle damage, liver dysfunction, memory loss, and even increased risk of diabetes. One healthy 58-year-old man I know was placed on statins despite perfectly normal cholesterol levels. Within months, he developed memory lapses and cognitive fog. Only after discontinuing the drug, against medical advice, did his health begin to return. Preventive drugging has become a business model, and every preventive prescription is another guaranteed monthly revenue stream for the pharmaceutical giants. Balance scale lawsuits and legal shields. When patients try to fight back, they find the odds stacked against them. Doctors are rarely held accountable. Their strongest legal defense is chillingly effective. "It was my medical opinion." This vague phrase shields them from nearly all liability. Pharmaceutical companies, meanwhile, are fortified by elite legal teams and lobbying networks that silence whistleblowers and delay justice for years. Even worse, when a patient sues a doctor, public health insurance systems or government agencies often pay for the defense. Yes, taxpayers fund the legal defense of the very people or institutions responsible for harming them. Adult balance scale: the system protects its own. Medical boards rarely sanction doctors for overprescription. Peer testimony against colleagues is taboo. Lawsuits are quietly settled with non-disclosure agreements. Remember Dr. Peter Rost, a former vice president at Pfizer who blew the whistle on illegal marketing? He was blacklisted and discredited, but eventually vindicated when the practices he exposed resulted in massive DOJ fines. He lost his career, but not his conscience. Brain medicine has been hijacked. It's time to abandon the fantasy that medicine is always a noble science. The hard truth is that many modern doctors are caught in a conflict of interest, one they don't talk about, and one the system refuses to fix. Patients are prescribed drugs they don't need. Dangerous side effects are buried. Honest voices are silenced, and the entire machinery keeps turning because it's profitable. Lightbulb what you can do. Question everything. Don't accept a prescription without understanding what it's for and what risks it carries. Research independently. Use reliable databases to investigate side effects, interactions, and alternatives. Ask your doctor if they've received any compensation, meals, fees, or travel from the drug manufacturer whose product they're recommending. They are legally required to disclose it. Demand transparency in medical billing and regulatory processes. Support whistleblowers who risk everything to tell the truth. And arrow final word. Medicine should be about healing, not shareholder returns. Until patients start demanding accountability and transparency, the white coat will remain a symbol not just of care, but of complicity. Because in this system, you are not a patient. You are a profit center. Open mailbox with raise flag if you found this video informative. Share it, repost it, and speak up. The more light we shine on this system, the harder it becomes for corruption to hide in plain sight.